Thanks for joining us for the Member xCite presentation. The Member xCite presentation is informative, interesting to the audience, and showcases the strengths of the presenter as an entrepreneur and their area of expertise. It's not a sales pitch, it's a 10-minute educational and insightful exploration into what they do. And of course, it's exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our xCite presenter today, Lence Naumovski from Westfund Health Insurance, to present to us on Money Matters. In this presentation, Lence knows saving money on health insurance can seem mind-boggling and complicated, and therefore people tend to give up trying. Let's take a journey together to learn some facts and clear the confusion around health insurance, because money matters. Lence is the Wollongong Community Development Manager for Westfund Health Insurance. Lence has been with Westfund for 13 years, so she knows her stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for it. Lence Naumovski.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for having me here today on the xCite presentation. Just a full disclosure today, I'm talking about money matters and how to save on health insurance predominantly. Just my experience for the last 20 years working in a health fund. So yeah, just to let you know, I'm not an accountant or anything like that. But yeah, let's just dive in, have a journey and see if we can save you some money. Health insurance can be a little bit boring. I love health insurance, so I've just got some props with me to make it a bit more exciting. The first one is MLS. Does anyone know what that stands for in the health insurance industry?
Nope.
Medicare levy surcharge.
Oh, of course.
This is where if you're a high income earner, you could be hit at tax time, anything up to 2% extra on your income. So that could be possibly, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 if you don't cover hospital cover. Now for singles, that income is $90,000, and for a couple, that would be $180,000. So yes, so if you're earning more than that, then you will be hit at tax time. How to avoid it? You can even take out basic hospital cover. So yes, something as little as $20 a week. So just an example, I went to the Lence and I was having a chat to a lot of the high income earners there. One of the young ones, they're only mid-20s, earning over $100,000, and I said, mate, for $20 a week, you'll save $3,000, $4,000 tax. And he looked at me and goes, but that $20 would drink me. I thought it was a no-brainer, but clearly not the case. So yeah, you could save thousands there, so definitely review. Your accountant should be telling you that, but that's a good one, MLS, to save you some money. So if you do have health insurance, the other one is review. Review your cover. Life changes. You may not need pregnancy anymore, could save you thousands. You could have older kids that no longer need braces. Have a look at your extras cover. It's almost like a return on investment. If you're claiming a lot, then great, have the top extras. If you're not, you can save some money by having what you want in your extras cover. So just double check and review that. The other one is add an excess. If you're not going into hospital, have an excess or increase your current excess. There's $250, $500 and $750 options. But in saying that, have a look at a fund that has no day excess. I'll tell you one. But yes, if you've got a $500 excess and you're going in hospital every year, you're not saving anything. So just have a look at that. And if it's like colonoscopies, gastroscopies, have a look at that, because that's a daily excess you may not have to pay at some funds. The other one too is dependent age. A lot of the funds boot the kids off at 21. A few funds are up to 25. Now I've got a 22-year-old, and today my other daughter's turning 24. Happy birthday, Annabelle. Can you imagine if I had to, or they had to pay an extra 2 single policies plus my family policy? There's thousands there you could save. So definitely review. I guess that goes with all other insurances as well, but definitely with health insurance. Next one is corporate offers. Have a look around, because a lot of businesses have corporate offers. I know of one that we do 5% for. Again, that could save you hundreds of dollars. So be mindful. Have a look at some of those offers where you could save some ongoing savings. Rate protection. This is one that a lot of people don't know about. It's like a little hidden gem. So what rate protection is you could pay your premium for 12 months, in some cases, some funds are 18 months. You lock in last year's rate. So if you've got $2,000 or $3,000 sitting in the bank, you're not going to make $500-600. If you put it into your health insurance, you've locked in that rate. Now, some funds have gone up on the 1st of April, so it's probably too late. And some funds have deferred them. I know West Fund are going over to the 1st of August. So can you imagine if you do a review of your cover, you rate protect, you get your 5% discount, you make sure you've got an excess, you could definitely be saving thousands. So in my opinion, have a look, have a chat, and if it's too hard, definitely give me a buzz. I'm happy to help out. But that's kind of it. Money matters, and let's get some savings done. Thank you.
Lence, you were saying on the, which I wasn't aware of, you were talking about the daily access. I never realised that one when you're looking at the review. Yeah.
Most funds you would find there's not many now. There's no day access. So the other one is dependent access. You could have your children pay the excess. Some funds have it on children's admissions. So if you go into hospital, have a look at the excess. And if you are going in hospital a lot of the time, a couple of times a year or every year, sometimes it might be worth taking off the excess, pay a bit more each month. But normally you only save around $250, $300 for an excess. But if you're paying $500 every year, you're going backwards. So there's that little thing as well. And we could look into more things like splitting covers. If you're a young couple wanting to have a family, you don't have to both have the gold cover. You could save thousands by the partner staying on the lower cover and only joining together when they're a family.
Oh, and that is possible. Like you can have two different ones.
You
Okay.
can have two different covers. It's also the older ones. If you've got someone that have already had all the hips and knees and cataracts done, they don't need that anymore. They can exclude that. The partner stay on that. There's no more savings anymore to have a couple cover. So there's not a lot of savings. So definitely look at that option. A further option is split your cover, take hospital somewhere and extra somewhere else. There's a lot of options.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realise that, do they? They don't have to have it all in one fund.
Of 20 plus years experience, it actually is quite mind-boggling. And you just get on the surface what you hear, but if you go to an expert and someone that's been around, you get all those little tips and tricks. But day access is big on this.
One more question about the dependent age. So for West Fund, what is the dependent age?
25.
25.
Which is why I've got my kids still on there. So I've got a family policy, and that covers all 5 of us.
Okay.
So once Annabelle, she's 24 today, she turns 25 next year, she'll be on her own cover. But yeah, so think of 2 kids, 3 kids between 21 and 25. If they want hospital cover, that's $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $6,000 potentially that you would save.
And what happened if suppose you have paid in advance for a year and then you go out of the country, say for 1 or 2 months, can you pause that thing?
There is pause for overseas, but you're not locked into the actual cover or insurance. So you could come out anytime. It just means they'll recalculate it and you'll pay that rate, the new rate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're locking in the premium amount, but you're not locked into that cover. You could still leave that cover, God forbid if you pass away, your estate gets the amount. It's just locking in the premium for 12 to 18 months if you choose to. But if circumstances change, you can take that money out. It's just if you recalculate at the new rate.
And you can also pay premium up to 18 months. Or that depends
With
on
West Fund, yes.
With West Fund. Okay.
So so have a look at your cover, have a look at if your fund's already gone up or not. But if it hasn't, then it's a good one to look at. I do it for my dad all the time because he's not going to make $500 or $300 in the bank interest for a year. We pay it 12 to 18 months in advance. Yeah, so they're little tips that people don't realise are out there.
And then also too, if you don't take out insurance by a certain age, you get penalised if you do want it later, and it's quite expensive.
Yes, so the magic age is now by 31.
Yeah.
So that's the lifetime health cover loading. If you don't take out hospital cover by the age of 31, it sort of penalises you for the ones that have taken it out and kept it going. So if you're 40, 45, 50, you're realising, oh, my hips are going, my knees are going, I will now take cover, you'll be penalised 2% for each year above 30. So for a 40-year-old, 10 years over, that's 20% more.
And it goes for 10 years, which is a nightmare.
Well, it didn't originally, it was for life. And then they introduced it, it's a maximum of 10 years, and then you get that. The other one to look out for, I guess, is introduced is dependent discounts. So if you're between 18 and 30, then you want to take out hospital cover. Some funds give you the discount, so it's the age discount. So there's another one to look at as well. Not all funds have to introduce it. It was per fund, and you get up to 10% off, up to the age of 40. So it's a bit more complicated, though. I've had a look at individual ones, but there's stuff out there that the more you know about it, the more you can save. And if you look at all these little scenarios, that's $6,000, $7,000, potentially $8,000 in a year. Like it's
a lot.